Hare Krishna, a very warm welcome from Krishna Stories, spiritual vitamins for a healthy soul. Today's story is, Dude, I do not know who is the disciple here, as Sriman Narayanan told by a childhood friend. A simple story to explain this. Let's get into the story. Kanva Maharishi managed an ashram. It is the oldest ashram. It was very popular in the time of Aurik Veda. The devotees will always be overflowing. The ashram had a good name all over the world, but after a while, Kanva Maharishi realized that the ashram was beginning to fade because there is no unity among the disciples. There are hundreds of disciples in that ashram, and the arrogance of being competitiveness also pervades them. Often the disciples quarreled among themselves. Kanva Maharishi was very distraught and agitated. He was worried that the ashram, which had existed for thousands of years, would collapse if it went on like this. He wondered how to end this problem. Then, another sage, who was a childhood friend of the sage, who had learned all the arts, the CC sage, visited there from the north. Sage looked around the ashram and delivered a speech in the presence of all disciples. He said a wonderful thing in it. I'm going to tell you a secret about this ashram. I have come here from the north just to reveal the secret. Supreme Lord, well, Sriman Narayanan spoke to me incredulously. This is what he said. Sriman Narayanan told me that he was one of the hundreds of disciples in the ashram in human form. I came here to tell you that wonderful information. Looking at his childhood friend, "Oh friend, I do not know who the disciple here is," as Sriman Narayanan. I do not have that power, so in general I bow down and worship all the disciples. The sage of the north cried out with tears in his eyes. The next day, the change was seen in the ashram, and the disciples bundled up their quarrel. Everyone looked at each other with respected the talent of other. They looked at everyone with love, as they did not know exactly who Sriman Narayanan was. Walked with service, the difficulties of ashram were resolved. Once again, the fame of the ashram began to spread. There are so many people around us because Sriman Narayanan comes in human form. We realize that God may be one of those around us. We will treat everyone with love and respect. Whether we find Sriman Narayanan or not, we will feel that others treat us like God with value, and we will understand the love that surrounds us. Thank you for listening to the story. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanam.